Have you heard of the term photoshopping, where you can use an art program to make something fake look real? For example, let's take this bright red cardinal and this red fox and Photoshop them together as one creature. Fun, right? What if you actually saw this creature perched at your bird feeder? Okay, let's try another. How about an elephant and a fish? Elephant fish. Okay, that one is pretty cool. But did you know there's an actual elephant swimming in the ocean? Not this guy, but this guy. Here's a real elephant fish. Let me tell you a little bit about this guy and then we'll do more. So an elephant fish is silver in color and often have irregular dark blotches on the sides and fins. They have a distinctive, flexible trunk-like projection at the tip of the snout. This trunk has special sensors that help them detect the movement of their food, mollusks and shellfish, and has earned them the name elephant fishes or elephant sharks, despite the fact that they neither are true fish nor sharks. They are a type of chimera, a cartilaginous fish related to sharks and rays. They live in the southern Pacific, mainly around Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand. They are caught by humans to eat, and they are often marked as white fish and not elephant fish. They are often used as the fish in fish and chip meals in Australia and New Zealand. Here's a horsefly. That is some excellent photoshopping. Am I right? Okay, here are some real horseflies. Horseflies are true flies and are often large and agile in flight, and the females bite animals, including humans, to obtain blood to have energy to make and lay her eggs. Although they only live for a few days, they can spread dangerous infections to horses called swamp fever. Horseflies have metallic-looking iridescent eyes. They are attracted to movement, moisture, and carbon dioxide, like when you exhale. They prefer to fly in sunlight, are inactive or asleep at night, and avoid dark and shady areas, except they are more attracted to darker horses than lighter horses. They are some of the fastest flies on Earth, and males have been recorded flying 90 miles per hour in pursuit of a female. How about this Photoshop version of a horsefly? Okay, let's do the next one, which is a mantis shrimp. Okay, here's the real mantis shrimp. It's strange that it doesn't even look that much different from the Photoshop version. Anyway, mantis shrimp aren't even shrimp. They're related to lobsters, crabs, and ancient shrimp and have been around since before the dinosaurs. They're between 2 to 7 inches long, and they use their front appendages to punch open shells, except they're so fast the water around their punch boils. It can split bone in half, including your finger, and deliver 160 pounds of force. It can't be kept as a pet because it shatters aquariums and kills everything in the tank. Humans are working to build armor based on these appendages because they never manage to shatter their own arms. On average, a mantis shrimp lives 20 years. During its lifetime, it may breed 20 to 30 times with one other mantis shrimp. They mate for life. The female either lays eggs in her burrow or carries them around with her. Mantis shrimp have unusual eyes. Most famously, they have 12 to 16 color receptors compared to a human's 3. Oddly, they are not that good at distinguishing between colors, but their eyes work more like satellites. They're one of very few animals that can see polarized light, so they can signal through blue cells on their bodies to each other while they're hiding and nothing can see them. They live all over the world in warmer waters like India and Florida. Now, how about this adorable catbird? Do you see it? All right, now here is the real catbird. This is a gray catbird, and this small gray bird has bright, rusty colored feathers under its tail, and the top of its head is black. They live around 10 years and are related to mockingbirds. They can copy the sounds of other birds and have up to 100 different calls in their songs. They are, however, most famous for their unique meow-sounding call. The Greeks called them cat singers. They live all over eastern North America, south of Canada. How do you like this photoshopped dogfish? Pretty cool. All right, here is a real dogfish. So, dogfish are long, slender fish between 3 and 4 feet and weigh about as much as a house cat. They are actually a small shark and have large eyes and a spine on each dorsal fin. They are fished in North America and sold in Europe, where it's commonly used for fish and chips. When hunting, dogfish are aggressive and have a reputation of relentlessly pursuing their prey. The name dogfish stems from their habit of feeding in packs, like wild dogs, sometimes numbering in the hundreds or thousands. Gathered together, they sweep an area, eating the fishes in front of them. You may have a friend who has one of these exotic pets. Can you tell what it is based on this photoshopped version of it? It's a leopard gecko. Hooray! Leopard geckos get their name from the leopard-like spots that cover the backs of adult leopard geckos. They come from the Middle East and parts of northern India and are often kept as pets because of their unusually gentle personalities. Unlike other geckos, these geckos have eyelids and will blink and close their eyes while sleeping. Their thick tails are used to store fat, which is energy they can use when food sources are sparse. Their tail can also detach if grabbed by a predator, giving them time to escape. Oh, yeah! Although typically quiet, a leopard gecko has a small bark they use if they're agitated. Leopard geckos can grow up to 9 inches and live for more than 10 years with proper care, but they can live for 15 years in the wild. Yes! These guys are nocturnal, keeping out of the heat during the day and coming out at night to forage for food. Go, go, go! At 90 degrees Fahrenheit incubation temperature, nearly all leopard gecko eggs are male. If cooler, at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, most of the eggs will be female. An incubation temperature right in between of 85 degrees Fahrenheit will produce about an equal number of males and females. Leopard geckos have little claws instead of sticky pads like other types of geckos. They are rarely found off of the ground because they're bad at climbing, especially smooth surfaces. Aww. They do have an advantage though. Hallelujah! Leopard geckos can see better than other gecko species, and their vision is comparable to that of a cat. How about this fellow? This isn't your ordinary spider. This is a camel spider. Okay, here's a real camel spider. Camel spiders are also called wind scorpions, sun spiders, or solifuges. However, they are neither true scorpions nor true spiders. They can breathe through a trachea, allowing them more energy to run up to 10 miles per hour, yet they can't jump. They look like they have 10 legs, but they actually have 8 legs with 2 leg-like looking sensory appendages. They are most commonly found in the Middle East, but also live in the southwestern United States and Mexico. At 6 inches long, they can look scary, and their fangs can be up to a third of their length. They eat bugs, lizards, rodents, and small birds, but avoid the sun by hunting and feeding at night. They have no venom and rely on their strong jaws. Camel spiders are actually not interested in humans, but chase after people or animals during the day because they're chasing the shade. Although there are some funny fake stories of camel spiders jumping up and eating camels, they likely got their names from sitting in the shade of camels. Those were real animals. We're going to put together 2 different animals that actually don't create a real animal, and we're going to create our own hybrids. So let's go ahead and pretend like we're going to take a rooster's head and then stick it on different bodies. Here are some Photoshop versions of a fish, a horse, and a cat. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 different animals that have nothing really in common and mash them together and come up with a few different ideas of what an animal mixed together would look like.